From right field on the south side of Chicago, MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Houston Astros going up against the Chicago White Sox. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now. Our starter in this one, number 61. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Jeremy Pena, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. One up, one down. Now we check out the Astros lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Slider right there. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
On the ground, right side. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And now it's Christian Walker. And that skips in the dirt. Swing and a miss. And the count even at one.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Man at second. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Altuve, the runner at second with one away. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Swings and misses. Struck him out.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Diaz now at the plate. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. And yes, he offered at it. Next offering upstairs. Runner at second, 2 down. Out to short. Sends it across to first, and that is that. One left for Houston. Time for the White Sox to go to work. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here on the south side. And the right-hander with the good curveball, Lance McCullers Jr.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Corrals it, and there's one down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
We know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Miguel Vargas in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Up the middle, dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit. In for a strike. 0-1. Benintendi, the former first-round pick, Golden Spikes Award winner. Man at first, 1 away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
In the dirt. That's way outside. 2-2. Got him swinging to second, but way too late. Safe there, and now a man into scoring position. And now it's Luis Robert. There's a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Next offering way off the plate. The delivery to Robert, and that's downstairs. And the count's even at 2.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Man on second, 2 down.
3-2.
In the dirt. And a swing and a miss. And that's that.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
Here on the south side, top of the second, Vic Caratini at the plate. Swing and a miss as he was late.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And he hits a ground ball right side. He'll do it himself. 1 out in the second.
Right fielder, Zach DeZenzo.
Zach DeZenzo up next for the Astros. And that eats him up.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Jake Myers up next for the Astros.
Runner.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
Here comes a pitch. Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time. Rip to third. In time to Vaughn. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. Back at right field, bottom of the second. And here's the rookie catcher, Edgar Caro. McCullers back to work. Foul ball there. And there's the strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today. Larry Bullard making the calls behind the plate for us in this one. Pretty good strike zone. Well reviewed by those we talked to around the league.
Yeah, he's an umpire. He doesn't get a lot of looks from players, maybe here and there once in a while, but he's appreciated back there. Myers. And there's one away. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, but they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
Andrew Vaughn in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Check swing, no appeal. Little chopper rolls foul. No score here in the second. One down, base is empty. Battling here as he fouls it away. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. In the air, right field. DeZenzo settles underneath it. He makes the grab. And there are two down. Here's Josh Rojas. When you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner. Got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
2 outs. And a foul ball. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
On the ground, right side. And that's just foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. We'll move to the third with no score. New inning getting started. Now it's Brendan Rodgers.
Second baseman, Brendan Rodgers.
Ball one, no strikes. This one in the air. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Batting ninth, third baseman, Mauricio Dubon.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. Dubon, in his 5th season, 30 years old now, and he was born in Honduras. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air, left center field. This one's got a chance. Bangs off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
So the Houston lineup turns over, and the batter will be the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. The shortstop takes the ball. One out and a runner at second. And there's a foul ball. Swing and a ball popped up. Sosa makes the grab. 2 down.
Up next for the Astros, left fielder, Jose Altuve.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Jose Altuve up next for the Astros. Doubled his first time. And there's the strike. Man at second. That pitch in for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First two pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Squirts away a little bit. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. On the ground to short, Mydroff. Over to first, and they get Altuve for the out. And that is that. No runs, 1 hit, a double, no errors, and 1 man left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the 3rd. And here is Sosa to the plate. Just off the outside edge, ball 1. Ripped on a line. Myers makes the grab, 1 away. At the plate, Josh Palacios. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Still tied at 0, last of the 3rd. Got him looking. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Mydroff, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Two down, nobody on. In for a strike, good slider.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
Off the plate, and now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Struck him out of the front door, breaking ball. Nothing doing for the White Sox. Still no score. Back here on the south side. Now here is Christian Walker. Right through there for a strike. Oh, 2 now. Swings and misses. The high heat, too much on that one.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Yainer Diaz up next for the Astros. And that's in the dirt. Fourth inning underway, no score. Ripped to first, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Victor Caratini up next for the Astros. A little bit low. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And that's in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And there's a ball. That one misses, and it's a full
3
count.
balls, 2 strikes.
2 out, space is empty. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. And that's ball 4.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate. But as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
Go ahead run on base. Zach DeZenzo digs in now. 1 for 1 with a single so far. There's a strike.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch. And he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike. And a good eye there.
Just not taking the bait right there, but a good pitch with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. That K is his 3rd of the game. No runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left. On now to the bottom of the 4th. No score. And we're back. And now the DH, Miguel Vargas.
Designated hitter, Miguel Vargas.
And a slider misses down and away.
You know, these White Sox just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
McCullers winds, fires, and a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Stays alive. Next pitch misses way outside. And that's outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run.
Well, he opted to go with the off-speed stuff on that 3-2 with the bases empty. Close pitch, but now he's got to work out of the stretch.
Andrew Benintendi up to the plate. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. Edge of the zone, called a strike, and it's 0-1. Outside. Vargas gets his lead at first with nobody out. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1-2.
That's inside.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Outside low. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Good job to fight that one off. Three-two. Lined into right. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Nice at bat right there. Not just the result, but also seeing a lot of pitches. Made him really work out there on the mound. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
First and second, no outs. Here's the center fielder, Luis Robert Jr. And that misses. And it's 1-0.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.
First and second, no outs. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's off the inside edge. And now 2-0. Ground ball right side, could be 2. To Pena at second for 1. To Walker, and that's 2.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Edgar Caro steps to the plate for the White Sox. And strike 1 to the catcher.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Right side. Rogers throws to first. And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We're headed to the 5th. We're tied 0-0. Here on the south side, top 5, John Shelby with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Jake Myers. That missed inside, and that's ball 1.
Well, these Astros, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
The 2-0 is in for a strike.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
And stepping in for the Astros, Brendan Rodgers. Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Mauricio Dubon.
Mauricio Dubon up next for the Astros. Doubled in his first AB.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. This one lifted in the air, left field. And Benintendi able to make the grab. Halfway through this one, still no score. Bottom of the inning, Andrew Vaughn now. McCullers back to work. And that's in there at the knees. Activity in the bullpen for Houston. Ronel Blanco getting ready to go. Valdez also getting ready. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Owen Chu now. That one drilled left field. One away.
Now batting, third baseman, Josh Rojas.
Josh Rojas steps to the plate for the White Sox. His first at bat was a strikeout. And ball one.
1-0.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for the
Spoiled
White
that
Sox.
backdoor breaking ball
Second
perfectly.
baseman,
Stayed tall,
Lenny
didn't lean out towards it,
Sosa.
let it get deep, and then just squared it up pretty nicely the opposite way. That's great hitting.
And here is Lenny Sosa. 0 for 1 so far. Runner takes off in the dirt, blocked. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Rojas, the runner at second with one away. The 0-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Can't get to it, and it eats him up. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
One down, runner at first. And up next for Chicago, Josh Palacios. He's 0 for 1. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. One run across in the frame so far. Last half of inning number 5. Left field, way back there. Altuve going back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Now batting, shortstop, Chase Mydron.
Now it's the shortstop, Chase Mydron. 0 for 2 in this one. Pitch misses there. 1-0. Slice to right. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Now
Seems like he got exactly what he was
designated
looking
hitter,
for right there.
Miguel
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite
Vargas.
way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And now it's going to be Miguel Vargas. And that's fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. Next offering is fouled back. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a miss, and that is that. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. We're through 5. It's the White Sox 1 and the Astros nothing. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Steven
Now
Wilson.
pitching for the White
And this
Sox.
is an important part of this game.
Number
Tight
36.
score and still a lot of outs to get.
Steven
So they're looking for a big
Wilson.
outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Leading off
Here's the
Tuesday,
Astros leadoff
shortstop,
man, Jeremy Pena. And that one is inside. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Bryce Wilson preparing to come on if needed. Schuster, a left-hander, also throwing. And now 2-0.
That's a ball. 2-0.
And another ball.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
In the zone for a strike. That was the sweeper.
Just doesn't seem to want to throw him a fastball.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the
Now
ump to help him out and
left
make a
fielder,
call with that
Jose
last pitch, but
Altuve.
neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. 1 for 2. That one missed. Next offering is in for a strike. Ground ball, could be 2. 1 at second. Over to first, safe.
Now that
Well, he made the
first
decision to try
baseman,
taking himself in
Walker.
second and then throw for the double play over to first base, but good hustle down the line. You know, it's a toss-up to think if he flipped it, could they have gotten him? I think you just have to go with your conviction.
And next to hit for Houston, Christian Walker, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And the pitch a little bit low, ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And there's a ball.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
And now 2-1.
And that's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat.
Now batting.
Next is the designated hitter, Yainer Diaz. Diaz, 26 years old, and he's usually a catcher. Today, he gets off his legs a bit. He's the DH. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I really like when a guy gets a break like that. He still gets to stay involved in the game. Instead of starting behind the dish, gets to hit, gets to rest a little bit, gets to watch the game from a different perspective.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. Rips one to right, and it stays fair. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw home, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Framber Valdez.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Benintendi to start it. On the corner for a strike. Just missed. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for, because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
Laser could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Here's Luis Robert, also known as La Pantera. On the ground to third. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Now batting. Number 7.
So up next for Chicago, Edgar Caro.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
This one in the dirt. Activity in the Houston bullpen. Ronel Blanco up and loosening in the pen. And another ball. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, you know, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that. But ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 3. Benintendi over at second, one down. Fouled off down the right side. Got him swinging. And here is
Now
Andrew
batting,
Vaughn.
first baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
And that is out of play.
One and one.
Next pitch in for a strike. And the count 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Here comes Benintendi around third. He'll score easily.
Comes through with the RBI. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
So runner at second, 2 down. Now the third baseman, Josh Rojas. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Vaughn around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 3.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Baseman, Lenny Sosa.
Clips the corner. That's strike 1. Out to short, Pena. Zips it to first. That ends the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7th inning coming up. It's the White Sox 3 and the Astros nothing. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Bryce Wilson. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. And now the switch hitting catcher, Victor Caratini.
Victor Caratini.
Fought off foul. Oh, 0-1 now. And that's down and away. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And out number 1 on the grab.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Digging in, Zach DeZenzo. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. The 1-1. Swings through that.
It's been tough for the offense so far,
One
but you
ball,
can't
two
get
strikes.
frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Out on the drop, third strike, 2 gone.
He had him out in front, which isn't
Now
easy to
batting,
do
the
against a hitter
center
like
fielder,
this, known for
Jake
using the
Myers.
entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Two outs, base is empty. So next up for Houston, Jake Myers. And ball 1. Two outs. Just
No, that's
missed.
the ball. Ball.
That's a walk. Went with the cutter again, but couldn't find his zone.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2
Now
balls and no
batting,
strikes,
second
but
baseman,
now at least he gets a
Brendan
fresh start
Rodgers.
against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So the Astros lead 1. They trail it here 3-0.
Now pitching for
We're
Houston.
back in a new pitcher here to start the
Number
bottom of the
56.
7th. Ronel Blanco.
Just trying to
Ronel
keep this
Blanco.
one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Josh
leading off for the
Palacios steps
White
to the
Sox.
plate for the White Sox.
Right fielder, Josh Palacios.
And a first pitch fastball is in for
No
a
ball,
strike.
1 strike.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. And there's one down.
Now batting, the shortstop,
Chase Mydrock steps to the plate for the
Mydrock.
White Sox. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
Now, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
The shortstop takes the ball.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And that one hit to first. And he handles it himself for the out.
Up next for the White Sox, designated hitter, Miguel.
2 down, bases
Vargas.
empty. So now it's the White Sox DH, Miguel Vargas. Liner, base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, left
Benintendi
fielder,
up here.
Andrew Benintendi.
Just off the inside edge. Next offering is fouled back.
No.
Vargas leads off first with 2 down to the inning. That one fouled off. To third, Dubon. Tosses across to first. That's the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the White Sox 3 and the Astros nothing. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the third baseman, Mauricio Dubon. Wilson back to work. Edge of the zone for a strike, and it's 0-1. Line drive. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Jeremy Pena. Just missed. In the air out to center. Coming on Robert, and he's there. And there's 1 down.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Now batting,
here's the left fielder, Jose Altuve.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, you got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
In there at the knees. The White Sox leading by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swings and misses, and that's strike 2.
No ball. You strike.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 2 out.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And now the first baseman, Christian Walker. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. There's the strike at the knees.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
That's out to center field. Robert moves under it. And that is that. 1 left for Houston. Still down 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. So here's Robert now.
Center fielder, Luis Robert Jr.
Ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Now batting, number 7.
Edgar Caro steps to the plate for the White Sox. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Foul ball. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Now batting,
Andrew Vaughn
first
steps to the
baseman,
plate for the White Sox.
Andrew Vaughn.
That one clips the outside corner. It's 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And next to hit for the Sox, Josh Rojas. Pitches in for a strike. 0-1. Vaughn off of first with 2 away. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Here's the 0-2. Struck him out swinging. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. So 1 left for the White Sox, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Jordan Leisure. A chance at his first save of the year. So now here's the DH, Yainer Diaz.
Yainer Diaz.
And that one is in for a strike. Leisure, a 6'3" righty. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, a 2-seamer, and occasionally uses a cutter. Robert hauls it in for the out.
Now batting,
He's
Victor
2 outs
Caratini.
away. And stepping in for the Astros, Victor Caratini. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
1-0.
There's a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And just 1 out remaining for Houston.
Well, kind of a weird pitch and a weird swing on that strikeout. It's just a slider that caught a lot of the plate. I'd say a very hittable location. But in the box, I think he just gave up on it way too early. And by the time he realized it was dropping into the zone, he just fires off a really poor swing.
DeZenzo in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. They're down to their final strike.
0-2.
Leisure is just 1 strike away. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the White Sox claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, his first save of the season is in the books, and that was a nice job of him coming in the game and closing it out. He's off and running now.